I'll start off by saying, we're back. Yeah, I'm so proud of my team. I'm so proud of these two young ladies sitting beside me here. It's been a long year for us. We had so many injuries, and then just getting through those injuries and get to this point, we felt like we could be right where we are today if we was healthy. And we are healthy. We was healthy today. Played against a real good Texas Southern team. We split in the regular season with them. They beat us at home. We didn't have destiny and feeling when we played them up there. We beat them at Alcorn when we had all of our kids. But we knew we was in for a battle today. And we knew they wasn't going to stop. They kept coming at us. And they are so explosive. You're always nervous when you're playing against them because they can really put points on the board. But I think we're a solid defensive team. When these two right here lock down like I know they're capable of doing, we're a hard team to beat. And I think that's what we won the game at was defensively, even though I thought Cheatham got on the roll there where she was posting people up and putting the ball in the basket. But it was a team effort because I know E.K. Polo is not in here, but she made some big buckets for us when Destiny was on the bench to keep that lead for us. And this a go-go bunny right here. She's always getting at you. And one thing I always tell the kids about her is I know what I'm going to get from her. In practice, she's the same person. She go hard in practice every day. She don't take no days off. And I think that's what makes her who she is today. And they just solid defensively. I thought we did a good job of keeping them out of their spots. A lot of times they hurt us on the post, but we really weren't concerned about their post scoring like we were their three-point shooters. So I thought we did a real good job of staying up on 22 and Holmes, who I think makes them go. I think once they start making those three-point shots on you, that's when you get in trouble dealing with Texas Southern. You know, I was disappointed in the shot at, I don't know, was it the third quarter or at half or what, going into the fourth quarter. I think they hit a three-point shot and we fouled them. I didn't like that because that's the kind of play that get a team fired up. You know, hopefully, well, fortunately for us, we did a good job coming out in the fourth quarter, settling down and not letting the game get out of hand. So we're here today because we're a good defensive team. And we know how to lure people to sleep with our offense. That's what we do. We lure them to sleep with our offense, and late in that shot clock, these guys be getting to the basket, and they did a good job of that today.
At this time, we'll open the floor for questions from me.
Coach, we talked a little bit about it on your broadcast, the Alcorn broadcast, in terms of a lot of the intangible plays that you made. Talk about that play that Kia made on the chase down block. It could have been sort of a momentum turner, but she was able to really make a tremendous defensive play.
You know how many times I've seen that play since I've been with her? Almost 100 times. Them chase down block, that's what she do. You think LeBron good at it? She real good at it. You know, them chase down. Unfortunately, she got a foul call on that play, but normally she doesn't get a foul call on that play. Normally she get all ball. She had a lot of ball then, but the official told me she got to with her body a little bit. But that's what she does, so that wasn't no surprise to me. She liked doing that, and she's good at it.
Ladies, you all have now taken out both the number 3 and the number 2 team and will be playing tomorrow in the finals. How do you stay focused and not get caught up in the hype of pulling off these upsets?
I'm going to say every day is a new day. The tournament makes new teams. Just go in, prepared, and the best going to prevail.
I say we just take the games one at a time. I always say, like, each game we'll just say we 1-0. Keep going and keep fighting and stay together and play together. We'll be all right.
I know tomorrow you don't know who you're playing yet, but just thinking about some of the keys and how you match up against both of these teams, Coach. What do you think are going to be some key components for you guys to win a championship?
Well, I think both teams are good matchup for us. I mean, to be honest with you, I told you guys, A&M was a scary matchup for us. We got past that matchup. We felt like we was good with all the teams that were left in the tournament. We know what Jackson does. We know what they want to do. We know what kind of offense they want to get into. We know what Southern does. Southern's going to be physical with you. You just got to take care of the ball. So we're really looking forward, hoping that we can get one of those to go ahead and take care of their business so we'll know who we're playing exactly. But we're very comfortable with both of those teams. And we know we're going to be in a battle. Don't care which one we play against, especially if we get against a rivalry like Jackson. That's our rivalry school. So we can throw all the other stuff out the window. When two rivalry schools get against each other, yeah, that's trouble. You know what I mean? But it's trouble for them, too, because we're going to come at them. But Southern, it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game. We're ready for either opponent that we get. We think we're prepared for them.
Coach, yesterday, obviously, KSC played a big part in
talk a little bit about like just kind of how it spread out everything was day and what was the message behind it?
Well, see, that's the way we kind of like it, because, everybody talk about Destiny, we got a lot of other kids that can play too. I mean, Destiny is a big part of what we do. I ain't gonna fool myself with that. We know we need her size and all that. But we got a lot of more kids on that bench who probably haven't been getting the playing time that they deserve simply because, coaches like to tighten they line up a little bit as the tournament go along. But we got a lot of kids on that bench can play that haven't been getting a lot of playing time. Like I said, EK Polo did a great job for us coming off the bench. Playdor is just her presence, makes us a good team, So we just got to keep pushing. Kayla Watson, people not talking about her a lot now, but she's a solid defensive person. She had a big three to get us rolling in that game. We got a lot of kids. You probably see more of Houston, especially with the situation with Destiny. You'll see her a little bit more. You'll see our bench more tomorrow, I think. I'll say this. If Jackson State win, when it comes to conditioning and stuff, it's kind of even now. Because they just like us. They had to play all those games too. Southern had a day off. So they would probably have a somewhat of an advantage, but I'm not going to get caught up into that because it's going to be championship time. We're not going to worry about that. But conditioning-wise, I think that's why we have to play more people now. We depend on more people because I think that's going to be huge tomorrow.
Coach and player, how does it feel to be playing back-to-back championship games in this tournament?
I say it's great, man, but you don't really get a chance to really feel it. You know what I mean? You're so caught up into all the stuff preparing for it, you don't get a chance to really enjoy it. To be honest with you, I think the kids got mad at me yesterday after the game because I wouldn't let them come back and watch the game. I didn't want them up in the gym watching the game, and we got an early game tomorrow because they wanted to see the girls' game, Jackson girls play, and I didn't let them do it. But I'm looking at winning it. I'm trying to find the best way for them to be ready to go, solid because it's getting ready to be 3 games in a row. You know what I mean? And we're gonna go back and get our ice baths and get prepared for that. But man, we're so happy to be in this position because I think a lot of people don't realize how hard it is to get here. It's hard to get to this championship game. And for us to be able to do it back to back, since we're gonna be in it tomorrow, we might as well win it. That's where I feel we're gonna be in it. We might as well win it tomorrow. What y'all say?
I say the same thing.
Okay.
Coach, I was on the show this morning. I said Alcorn's women's team is like Groundhog Day. It's going to be the same thing today. And one of the things that I was talking to you about, wanting to know about is, what do you do to change the mindset a little bit to make sure that last game isn't a repeat of last year?
Well, I think what helps me with that is because I have so much experience around me with my kids. I wasn't here by myself last year. These two was with me. Destiny was with me. Most of my team is experienced. They kind of been to this point a little bit. I could see if I was dealing with a younger team, I would have a hard time doing what you're talking about right now. It's not that hard with this group because they want to win this thing too. And they know when it's all said and done, all the decisions that I make towards what we're doing is for the benefit them. You know what I mean? So it's not that hard with this group because we have an experienced group. I think that's key. And it makes it easier for me. They understand a little bit better.
The last question that I had is, how valuable is having a coach like Elvis on the sideline?
Who's that?
How valuable is it having a coach like Elvis on the sideline?
Oh man, hey, I keep telling my AD standing right there beside you. I keep telling him he the real coach. He the real coach. He's the one that making sure that I'm making the right decision and stuff. He's the guy, and I'm telling AD now, he ain't gonna be at Alcorn long if I don't do something right with him. He ain't gonna be that long because man, he's great, man. I mean, he's off the chain. But I know why he is though, because of his work ethics. I mean, he probably went to bed last night at 2:00. I went at 12. He went at 2, because he was breaking down film, trying to get us prepared for today. He makes my job so easy. He really does. He allowed me to be able to game plan offensively and defensively. And not just only on the court, but AD can tell you this, all that paperwork, I don't do no paperwork. He does it. And we have a lot of paperwork we got to do just to get to this point. But he does it, man. He's a super coach. He's a super guy. But don't get me wrong now. Coach Powell and Coach Sanders, they be working that sideline too. But Coach Robinson has that head coach experience. He knows what needs to be done a little bit more, so I lean on him a lot, and he's good at what he does.
2 more questions.
Ken, you finished with 4 points at halftime.
Because you had some big time plays, basically.
Well, I started noticing how they would be playing me, so I told Dez, if you see me just standing, not going all the way through, give me the ball. And I told her it might not be there every time, but anytime I'm just in there, just give it to me. I'm going to go to work.
Coach, let me follow up on that point you were making with regards to your team and the experience. How big an intangible is that? Because you do have one of the more experienced teams left. Southern still has some experienced players, but you've been here, done this before, but you touched on it in terms of that being sort of an X factor going into the game.
Yeah, well, you know, that's something you can't really make up for. When you have kids who know what to do and have been here before, and they're not young, you know, these kids been with our system a long time, and we don't have. People look at our system. We don't have an easy system to really run. We're not really able to get into a lot of our stuff because of our point guard play. They're young, you know what I mean. But having that experience and being with me for a long time, they know what I want. They know how to get us into our sets and stuff. They know what we're looking for. I don't have to call it as much when we run a certain play. They know what we're looking for out of it. And young folks might not know that, but experience helps you to be able to get through that. And they tough-minded too. I mean, these kids here, you're not going to push them around mentally when it comes to when they want to do something, they're going to do it. And I think that's the difference. Because right now, it's really going to be all about right here. It's going to be all in the head right now. Who's the team that win that championship game tomorrow is going to be mentally tough. Because that's what it takes to win at this point. You have to be mentally tough, and I think we're right there.